Good afternoon, Prinhoundar. Here we are again. Croiser, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, I've only just logged in because I'm getting all the offers coming up. Go away. So here we are doing an alliance war today, and the sort of purpose of this video... Go away, stupid pop-ups. The sort of purpose of this video is to look at stronger alliances that we are fighting. So you can see we are fighting War Machine Destroyers, and they are one of the strongest alliances in the game. They second, yeah, I was going to say they're second. We're up to fourth at the minute, which is pretty good. But there's obviously quite a big gap now between the top three and then us. And then there's a few players sort of a little bit lower down who are all in the same sort of boat. So yes, so the odds would be very much on their side. They have got 30 members. I think we've probably only got 29 at the minute. Oh no, we are full. We have got a full 30, which does make a surprisingly large difference in war. Anyway, so the purpose of this video is choosing targets when you are in a war, in a difficult war. Now, the reason I just went... was I just realised that the war is, what do you call it, field aid war. So you can see up in the top corner, just underneath where I've just clicked on there, field aid. So in this war, defenders for both alliances are supported by field aid. Each defending hero will cover 10% of their health. That really destroys one of my sort of key points I was going to suggest, which was that you want to target heroes who are teams that don't have a healer. As sometimes when you're facing really strong teams, that is going to be your best bet. Now, you can sort of see most of the teams. I would doubt if there are any teams on their side that have a team power much below 4,000. I saw TKD Devil there was slightly under. And I mean, team power isn't always the main thing, but once you get to a sort of 4,000 plus, you know you're not going to be getting an easy fight. I mean, most of our side are the same. We've got a lot of players who have 4,000 plus, few that don't. We've got also probably, it then comes down to who's got the most depth and everything else. And of course, like any alliance, they've gone for coordinated tanks. I mean, as is we, of course. Our tanks are, where am I? I know I'm dead, but where am I? There I am. So our tanks are blue, and their tanks are blue as well. So there we are. So blue tanks. So go for Major Stroker as ever. I always try and attack the team leader first. Go for 3 greens, and I'm going to take a red because I know reds are not going to be my most valuable colour on all of this. And 1 yellow, I think. Let's go with that because I've got more fully leveled yellows than any other colour. So this is going to be probably my only sort of really powerful, strong attack. Just realised I can upgrade this weapon, so if I can do that now, I may as well. I can upgrade it quite a bit. There we are, 6 upgrades, that's good. Max level reached, there we go. So now I need to ascend it. Ooh, exciting stuff. So I will soon have a 5-star green weapon. In fact, I might, I'm even going to do that now. We may as well. So it will boost my team a little bit. So if I come out of here just for a second... out again. Now I'm because of the weapons factories which are working away for me here, I do have a few spare 5-star weapons, which is a first, I must admit. So I'm going to upgrade my Warhead RPG, and I'm going to upgrade it using one of, have I left them unclear? I was going to go for this one because I don't think it's as good as the other blue weapon. It does mean, yes, that's fine. I cannot recover but you need a legendary weapon to upgrade a legendary weapon, which is always obviously a bit pricey. And hanging on for 5-star crafting weapons is an absolute nightmare. I can then upgrade it a tiny bit more. Obviously, once I get some more of those, what are they called, laser sights? Red dot sights, sorry. Once I get a load of them, I will be able to go all the way to the top, which is quite nice. So I do actually now have my first level 50 maxed out weapon, which is quite cool. Anyway, so going back to the Alliance War. Me versus Major Stroker. Hopefully the team is still set. Or no, need to reset it. So same team as last time. Sniper. I'm going to go for a burning guy because I got a couple of snipers, so I may as well go for damage over time. And then, yeah, I think I'll go for that. Let's try this. See how we get on. Now, there's a reasonable chance, like, this is my best team. If it was in a sort of standard raid, I would say I have a reasonable chance of beating Major Stroker. It's always harder on an alliance war because obviously you've got the field aid will kick in. We'll keep him alive. What's his name here? Panzer, is it? Yeah, Panzer's a very powerful tank. It's not going to be an easy one, whatever happens, and as ever, it's going to need a good board, which doesn't seem to be coming my way at the minute. So obviously I've gone with a colour stacking of greens against Panzer. Panzer now is kind of, oh, there we are, that'll kill it. There we are, good. Drawing all my fire as well, which is the beauty of her. There, Haruto doing quite a lot for me there. Oh, I got the order wrong then because I should have done Crockett first. Let's go for, and I probably should have, in hindsight, taken, what's the guy's name? The Throttle, the healer, would have been more useful than the sniper I took there. What's your name, dead fella? Wallace. Wallace the dead fella. So that was a mistake. I probably would have been better off with that, but never mind, because ultimately he's going to be used at some point. Gosh, right, let's just hope for a bit of luck with some tiles falling into places. Not happening. Well, this should at least get me a green combo. Always be on the lookout for on-colour combos, even if they're only small, it can make quite a difference. Emma there, quite a good hero all round. It's going to be fairly close, this one. I think Major Stroker is going to win it, but it's not going to be an awful result for me, I don't think. Haruto going off again is bad news, obviously, but then my Haruto gets to go off now, so that could be helpful. Who knows? I'm going to go for yellow down the middle there. I'll blow the green grenade up next. See the field aid there really sort of hindering me quite a bit. Bullets into Haruto. Might go. Oh, they've got the high noon accuracy down thing, which is annoying. Fire burning, knocking off armor, but not finishing her off. Nice big green combo there. It's a shame it's hitting her. Oh, and he dodged half of it as well, which is extraordinarily rude. This will at least, again, trigger a combo, blowing this one up. Plenty of yellow tiles slamming into him. Really, I could do with the sort of green tiles hitting the yellow hero, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to blow this because it will trigger a combo. It won't be a big combo, but it will be a combo. Haruto going off again there. You can see now that, yeah, this is not going to go my way. I'm kind of close to the point where I might want to actually just hit flee. Let's just see how we go. Yeah, oh, died anyway, so it doesn't matter. Probably would have hit flee then because I wasn't going to do much more damage to them. 23 points, which is a little bit depressing. Now, as I say, normally I would then look for a team that have got weaknesses, and unfortunately, obviously, when you're playing against a really, really strong team, you don't often get weaknesses. There are teams, obviously, you've got a few teams that have got quite a lot of very powerful heroes. Q Anon I'm going to avoid. I hate Q Anon, but I'm going to avoid the player Q Anon anyway, because of, what's her name, Ksenia over there on the side, together with Wyas as a healer. Those two are a very, very dangerous combination. So my next target is going to be Swifty. And with Swifty, after this point, basically I'm going for all or nothing, because I'm going to start running out of stronger heroes. Because I've already used my sort of, not exactly my absolute best are all done, but a lot of them are now. So I may as well go for colour stacking and hope for just awesome boards. That doesn't look too bad, actually, as a starting board. It's going to be a reasonable number of blues. Obviously, blue on blue does a standard amount of damage. So the red team will be the one which I have to sort of think about most, where I'm going to deploy it. As ever, if you're dealing with a team that's got a reviver like a senior in it, you want to think about getting them killed off very quickly, because they are going to cause you all manner of issues if they stay alive. So you can see that's where my main targeting is now going. Unfortunately, it would only take like one blue tile now to probably finish her off, but the blue tiles just are not lining up with her at the moment, which is the difficulty with somebody tucked away over on the flank. the guy out of Team America World Police. What's his name? Vincent. Totally looks like Team America. Hey, terrorist, terrorize this. Oh, this is it now. This will kill Cassina off very easily. Boom, down she goes. So that's where you see the power of the colour stack in there. Really just takes out one hero. Bam, 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 bam. 3 tiles and she's dead. In fairness, because she was already wounded, it probably would have been 1 tile and she was dead. A lot of damage again there. Not on colour, but good enough. And this probably not quite enough to take out Vincent because he's the opposite colour. So Vincent is going to be the one I am most struggling against. So he will get my next special attack. It might actually come together, this one, at the moment. It's looking reasonably promising as an attack. You can see this is when colour stacking does work quite well. Field Aid is going to be my biggest sort of enemy at the moment. It's whether I can kill this guy off before Field Aid makes him unbeatable. It might come together. Getting the blue. Oh, there's 3 in a row blues. 3 blue tiles here are going to hit him because you can see now because his whole team's dead. His field aid recovers incredibly quickly, which is why Field Aid against a strong opponent is an absolute nightmare. This, however, should finish him off and give me the victory. There we are. Hooray! Hooray! Hurrah! Swifty's obviously won some event or other because he's got one of the custom the event-winning avatars. Now I'm not going to go for who to go for next. General, Zardoc, Silver Fox. General has actually got 2 purple heroes, so I'm going to go for General, and I'm going to take my yellow team. So this is one thing I would always advise: is think about which colour heroes you want to go for, because to me that sort of says, well, he's taken 2 purple heroes, so I'm obviously going to colour stack yellow once I've done a little bit of war. Some alliances have all rainbow teams, and that does work quite well. Kind of need some yellow tiles to actually fall into playable positions, but I'm going to risk blowing this one up and seeing what happens here. Not a lot. There we go. So in a second you'll see how much damage even just 1 yellow tile does to Mirage up here. Took off nearly half her health, which is the beauty of colour stacking when you hit the right target. Obviously, though, this one I don't think I'm going to win. I think on the whole my team are going to die too quickly, and I'm just not seeing the yellow tiles that I need. I had my lucky monochrome attack the last go. It's going for the win. It's the choice of going for the win or going for a chance of winning, or just scoring as much as you can with consistency. I'm never sure which is the best. I prefer to go for the win, if I'm honest. But there we are. That didn't go very well anyway, so never mind. Bit of a disaster, that one, in fact. Right, so Q Anon. Oh, Q Anon's lost Cassina, so now I will go for Q Anon. And I suspect I'll end up with a red team, which I will go with because one of my least favourite heroes to have to fight is Wyatt. And if Wyatt can be finished off, that will count in my favour. I'd be glad to see him gone, and I don't have to worry so much about the rest of them. Yeah, so I was about to say that I can kill Wyatt, but I don't think I can. This might well kill him, not quite, but this will. Bye bye. There we are. Like I say, Wyatt overpowered for a 4-star in my not exactly humble opinion, but relatively humble. There we are, tiles flying over, they're all over the place there. Need some more red tiles really in the right places, but you know, if this tile hits him, he dies, that's it. That's the beauty of blunderbuss there. It does allow you to punch above your weight, but then as you saw there, one of my special attacks missed, but that should be enough anyway, as long as one of these hits, that they're dead. There we go, hooray, Q Anon. Q Anon is dead, if only that could happen in real life. There we go. And that just leaves me with 2 attacks. Who've we got? Silver Fox, Tile Guy. Oh, Zardoc has been opened up. I'm going to go with Zardoc then. Let's see if I autofill. I'm going to end up with my purple team. That's fine. No problems with my purple team. Sulfurine, we've just been reset, I think I saw. Doesn't entirely surprise me. As I say, it's not easy when you're facing a very strong alliance, or an alliance that is significantly, at least as strong, if not stronger than you. It does become quite tricky to to be able to sort of know who to prioritise, what targets to go for and everything else. And particularly, like I say, with field aid, you can't even go down the route of, well, they've forgotten to take a healer, so I will make them pay for not having a healer. Which is what I'd normally sort of recommend, is look for the teams that don't have a healer, because then you're guaranteed to get some points. Although ultimately, obviously, you need to take everyone out. And don't make a silly mistake like I've obviously just made there by putting Rana in the wrong place. She should be between two heroes, so that her counterattack affects more heroes than not. Still, never mind. A bit late now. Might get away with it. Hard to say. Kind of short of purple tiles again, but then not awfully tricky. Well, the hardest thing now is going to be getting rid of El Coyote, El Mariachi, because of his being purple, which is rude. Purple on purple, obviously, is weak. Kind of need some of my special skills to come together. And ideally, I want him to accidentally kill himself using because of my Umbra's special skill, which makes his special skills go crazy. Oh, it didn't matter. He's dead anyway. Hurrah! Hooray! He's dead. And gonna be a close one, this one, because although I've got heroes that are still alive. The other thing, I should have mentioned with Rana, is she heals as well. So I've really put her in totally the wrong place there. She's doing a good job of keeping herself and Ryoko alive, but really I could do with some of my other heroes not being killed as well. Would be beneficial. Sorry, so I've lost my two strongest heroes. Largely, as I say, I should put Rana in a different place. So there you go. If you live and I say you live and learn. It's the same mistake I've made many times, so obviously I haven't learned that well. Kind of just need a decent... That might do it. Yes, there we go. Needed a decent little combo there to roll on. Just hit him with the tiles. So that's a good result. Not an awful war, this, by any means, particularly against a strong opponent. Taking out a few there. And that just leaves me with Tile Guy to have a look at. Well, Tile Guy is going to have, I believe it will be my green team, essentially. Have I got any other green heroes worth taking? Not really. I could take these two. I will go all green. So these two, obviously they're 3 stars, but they are fairly beefed up with the emblems, because they're the ones I use on a lot of challenge events. So what I just need is a decent amount of green tiles to hit into the tank, which obviously is not going to happen. This will trigger a combo. Let's just hope it clears enough of the board with... nah, not really. Green tiles will do an awful lot if I can get them to hit Panzer. Even now, they'll still do a fair amount, but I don't think this will kill her, though, unfortunately, because she's got her shield thing up now. This move will, though, so at least get rid of a tank. And that becomes the next best thing you can do often, is get rid of a tank, because tanks are... Once you've got rid of a tank, you open that team up for somebody else to have a good crack at finishing them off. Obviously not going to win this one, but hopefully can go down with a bit of a fight. Let's see if I can just make sure I'm getting as many points as I can, really. Oh, El Mariachi. Just got to watch El Mariachi when he goes off. Oh, that's handy. Yep, that's taking another one down. Hurrah! Just looking at it now. I'm going to do this move, and then I'm probably going to hit Flea. Now, Flea is one of those sort of things. It can feel a bit sort of defeatist to hit Flea, but if you see at the moment, they have all taken a little bit of damage. If I flee now, I will get points for them damaged as they are. If I leave it another turn, Field Aid will undo that damage, and there's very little prospect of me inflicting significant harm on them because of the total absence of any more green tiles. So at this point, I'm going to hit Flee and claim the points as they stand, because I'll get slightly more points that way. So that's 19 points, leaves them very vulnerable moving forward. And you can see that my alliance is quite close to to flip in them as well. And there we go as well. As I mentioned, somebody else's sort of J there is stepping straight in to hopefully finish off what I started. So there we are. So that is it. Like I say, it is tough when you're facing a really strong alliance, and sometimes you just have to concentrate on knocking out tanks or doing as much damage as you can and then running away. It is tricky when you're trying to choose targets when the enemy are really strong. It's much easier when there are weak targets you can pick on, and obviously a lot of the top alliances you just don't find those weaknesses in the alliances. Anyway, there we go. So I hope there was something useful in this video. Please do remember to like, share, comment and subscribe, and it just remains for me to say, may death come swiftly to your enemies. This is Farm Ben wishing everybody all the best. Take care now and goodbye.